Have you ever noticed someone who's active online but never posts their own photos? No selfies, no birthday pictures, no vacation shots, no look at me moments. In a digital world where visibility is often treated like value, these people seem almost invisible. And yet, psychology tells us something important. This behavior is rarely accidental. Choosing not to post personal photos often reflects deeper traits related to confidence, self-awareness, emotional regulation, and how someone defines their identity. So today, let's break down the psychology behind people who don't post their photos on social media and why their silence can say more than 1,000 posts. 1. Privacy over popularity. One of the most consistent findings in psychology is that people who rarely share personal images tend to have a strong privacy orientation. This means they value control over their image, their story, and how much access others have to their personal life. They don't confuse visibility with connection. For them, privacy isn't secrecy, it's boundaries. They understand that once something is posted, it no longer belongs entirely to them. While many users seek reassurance through likes, reactions, and comments, these individuals rely far more on internal validation. They don't feel the need to broadcast moments in order for those moments to feel real or meaningful. Psychologically, this reflects inner stability, a quiet confidence that doesn't need an audience. 2. A clear and stable sense of self-research on self-concept clarity shows that people who share less about themselves online often have a more stable understanding of who they are. They know their values. They know what matters to them, and they don't need constant feedback to confirm it. Because of this, they're less driven by trends, less affected by online approval, and less likely to compare themselves to others. Their identity isn't shaped by how they appear on a screen. Instead of asking, "How do I look to others?" they're more focused on, "Am I living in alignment with what I believe?" That internal alignment reduces the urge to seek external validation. 3. Emotional security, not emotional distance. It's easy to assume that people who don't post photos are insecure, shy, or withdrawn. Psychology often shows the opposite. Posting less is frequently associated with secure self-esteem, a form of confidence that doesn't rely on attention to survive. These individuals don't avoid posting because they feel inferior. They avoid it because they don't need it. They already feel whole. Studies on emotional regulation suggest that people with this kind of emotional balance are less reactive, less approval-seeking, and more focused on long-term fulfillment rather than short-term reassurance. They invest energy in real-life relationships, personal growth, and meaningful goals, not digital performance. 4. Internal standards, not external applause. Many quiet users share another psychological trait, an internal locus of evaluation. This means they judge themselves based on their own standards, not the opinions or reactions of others. They don't ask, "How many likes will this get?" before deciding whether something matters. Instead, they ask, "Does this actually reflect who I am?" Because of this, they tend to post only when something feels authentic, intentional, or genuinely meaningful. They prefer depth over display. Psychologically, this often overlaps with introspection, the habit of reflecting inward rather than performing outward. They think before they speak. They choose words and moments carefully. 5. Awareness of the social media illusion. Many people who avoid posting personal photos have a clear understanding of how distorted social media can be. Psychologists refer to this as social comparison theory, the tendency to measure our worth against other people's curated highlights. They know that most feeds are edited realities, not full truths. Constant exposure to those highlight reels can quietly increase anxiety, dissatisfaction, and unrealistic expectations. By staying low-key, they reduce unnecessary comparison and protect their mental health. They choose peace over performance, presence over presentation. 6. Living the moment instead of documenting it. Another key difference lies in attention orientation. Some people experience life through the lens, others experience life directly. People who don't post photos often prioritize being present over documenting the moment. Instead of thinking about angles, lighting, or reactions, they're fully engaged with the experience itself. Psychologically, this is linked to mindfulness, the ability to stay grounded in the present moment without needing to capture or prove it. Their memories live in their mind, not on a feed. Final thought. So the next time you notice someone who doesn't post their pictures online, don't assume they're antisocial, insecure, or disconnected. They may simply be more grounded, more self-aware, more emotionally secure. They don't need to be seen to feel validated. And in a world that constantly asks for attention, that kind of quiet confidence is rare. If you enjoy understanding why people think, feel, and behave the way they do, subscribe to my channel, because here we don't just scroll through people's lives. We decode the psychology behind them.